Welcome to the Parkview Sport One Ice House for the 4A High School Hockey Championship. We'll get you right to it. But first, the national anthem. And we've got a highly anticipated Division 4A Indiana State High School Hockey Championship just moments away, featuring Culver Academy and Fort Wayne's very own Carroll Chargers. The atmosphere here is electric. Teams getting into warm-ups now. I'm Eric Hosmer. I have Joe Hacker joining me today. And we are live from the Parkview Sport One Ice House. And this is all brought to you by Summit City Sports. We'll be right back with game time action right after this.
In soccer since I was 5 years old. Started with Upward and then started with the Leo middle school teams and then started playing high school and decided that soccer was my sport. I further wanted to play travel and I decided to play with Sport Club. College soccer has been a dream for me since freshman and sophomore year of high school. I went to the Manchester University ID camp and I really liked it. Their team is very young. They have a lot to look forward to. They're big on family and that's what I really like. The last couple months have been very critical, battling through both my surgery and my other injury. I've worked with Mike at Parkview Athletic Rehab to strengthen my knee. The EDGE program makes me better as a soccer player because soccer comes with strength and with the agility, change of direction. I've become a faster runner. Tiffany has helped me become a better person in general. She's helped me throughout my injuries and she's one of my #1 supporters. PSM has been very beneficial with making sure I'm still healthy and becoming more healthy, and that made me drive to be better at soccer. I'm very happy from where I came.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Emerson Weaver from Leo High School and Empowered Volleyball Academy. I first picked up a volleyball, I was probably like 8. I started playing club because my best friend did it, especially going into my late middle school years. I started training hard and now I'm playing high school and I love it, and I'm playing beach and I love it, and it's amazing because I get the best of both worlds. For the past 2 years, I really focused on beach, and that's really where I kind of want to go with my future. At Empowered, we've done specific sports performance training with PSM, and it's really just helped us grow as athletes. I notice it, I'm jumping higher, I'm running faster. It's just really helped me overall. It's insane how much of a better athlete I've become, being able to lift and do all those different movements, and I can really just notice it as a club. It's truly helping us all the way around as volleyball players. It's just been super beneficial.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
PSM is not just for me, it's for all athletes in the city, because I'm not the only person in the city that's playing different sports. There's people that play golf, lacrosse, every type of sport in there. I like how it's just personalized. So like your sport, over the winter and most of the summer, I think I focused on putting on weight, putting on more muscle. That'll help in all aspects of football, being able to defeat blocks, tackle, and prevent injuries more. I'm way stronger in other mental aspects of the game, my approach at the plate, how to play different hitters and all that type of stuff that goes into the game. But once August came around, then it was full football mode. It was kind of cool to get that first football offer, and it also shows people around the area that I'm something other than just a baseball player.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Welcome inside the Parkview Sports Medicine Ice House for the 4A State Championship game. And we've got a tremendous matchup here on our hands this evening. It should be the main event of the day. It almost certainly will be. It's the top two seeds, the undisputed top two teams in the state of Indiana this season. Of that, there can be no doubt about it. Culver, the favorite, you would have to say, the number one overall seed in this tournament, wearing the white jerseys today. They have an overall record of 27-16-1. Of course, you got to factor in the fact that they play copious amounts of games outside of the Indiana high school hockey situation. Carroll, the number two seed, a dominant season for them, an incredible record, 38-1-3, just one loss against ISHAA competition this season. And of course, it was to this very same Culver team, a 5-0 loss all the way back in October. So we'll dig into that a little bit, I'm sure, as time goes on. But these two teams also did meet not all that long ago. It was a completely different story. It was a 1-1 tie. I think that is much more reminiscent of what we are going to see here this evening. That game tied up in the final moments by Dylan Braun. Culver leading 1A for the majority of that game, but end up coming away with the draw. We're about ready to get set here for puck drop. National anthem, of course, already in the books. Now, the story for Culver this season, this is the first time in 8 seasons. Last season, was the first time in 8 years they did not win the 4A state championship, and 2 of those actually against this very same Carroll team. A couple years ago, you could say almost exactly this same Carroll team. So much of the core from a couple of seasons ago that just fell short for Carroll is back here in this game, the biggest game of so many of those players' careers. And no doubt about it, it is the biggest game in the career of their starting goaltender, Luke Van Antwerp. On the other side of the ice is going to be Hudson Mattingly for the Culver Eagles. You knew how it was going to be. Top line on top line to start things off. This is the pinnacle of Indiana high school hockey. And it's puck drop. And away we go. And off the draw, the Chargers with control. It's who else but Dylan Braun. He chips this puck into the corner early. And in hot pursuit is the captain, Carter Ganau, looking to set the tone here early for the Chargers as they're on the attack. That shot redirected by Braun into the corner. He collides at the far side with Wolfenberg. Still down to the ice now and picked up behind the goal by Gonzalez. He gets it up to Jessen, who can't quite get it clear. Kept in at the line by Dylan Carteau. Bergeron's pass into the neutral zone. Worked back in by Finn Cup. He dumps this on goal, and Mattingly will get his first touch. Off the bench and picking this one up will be Dupuis. Jessen with the short lead pass for Shargorodsky. As Culver finally able to get it onto the Carroll side of the ice, that puck will roll on net and will not be icing. Now the Chargers, a long flip pass. This one looks like it's going to just stop up before it's going to be icing. And Lalonde in on the forecheck. Alongside him is J.W. Roberts. 2-on-2 down low, picked out of there by Dupuis. Dupuis takes a look ahead, puts it off the wall, just out of the reach of Feeblecorn, and it comes back down again in his direction. With Dupuis again, he'll send this one in. Icing is going to be waved off. That's Kraus at the far side for the Chargers. Up the wall for Lalonde, and he will rip that one straight into the linesman, letting him know what he thinks of the linesman here today. Loose in the slot, played away by Carroll, out to the point but not out. Dupuis' shot is deflected off of a skate, and then there's a hit, and this will be icing on the Chargers. Joe Hacker and Eric Hosmer alongside you here for this state championship game. Brenna Spuller on camera. And like I said, these are the two top teams without a doubt in the state this year. They have cleaned the competition. Penn, one of the other top teams, has lost to both of these teams. Same can be said for St. Joe. Of course, Carroll just the one loss. Culver has only one loss in Indiana State play, but they avenged that loss later on. Played out of the zone. This will roll just wide of the net and will be icing. Now that loss for Culver was against Penn Gold. They did later avenge it, as I said. They beat St. Joe. Carroll only lost to Culver. They've got 3 wins over Penn and 2 over St. Joe. So played well against the top teams. Worthy of this matchup, and Culver looking to avenge their miss last season. The first time, like I said, in a long time, they did not win the state championship. Looking to get back on the board here with Wolfenberg, and he loses control of that one as it's taken away. Battle down low with Wolfenberg again. Jessen taking a look at what he's got. Not much. And now it's pinned to the wall behind the Carroll net. Out to the point. There's a shot. Doesn't get through, and then Carroll looking to just send this one down the ice again. Defensive zone strategy today looks like a hot potato as of the moment. Of course, early goings. Not even 3 minutes into this game yet. Here comes Jessen, one of the leading scorers for this Culver team. Puts one right in the chest of Luke Van Antwerp. Preston Jessen, 28 points on the season, 16 of those goals. He is the leading goal scorer coming into this game for Culver. Behind him is Wolfenberg with only one less at 15. But the big one to watch is Philip Shargorodsky. Shargorodsky with 39 points this season to his credit, 26 of those being assists. So we'll see him dishing out today, I'm sure. That one dumped in deep. Now high in pursuit is Lalonde. Collected now by Gonzalez. Again into this near corner for Bergeron and then out of the zone. Carteau backhands this one in deep. Picked up now by Gonzalez. That pass is off the tape of Fussy and back into the neutral zone for Carroll. Burrows onto the tape of Bergeron and then dumped in. Looking to play the angle here is Blauvelt. Given away, but it gets up the ice and onto the stick of Clark. He keeps it moving. Chipped in by Shearer. Shearer, a player that's earned a lot of praise from the Carroll coaching staff over the last couple of seasons. One of the harder working players on the team, kind of in the mold of someone like Yanni Gord back in the heyday of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Anchoring that third line for the Chargers. Ganau will dump this back in. Out of the crease to play it is Mattingly. That pass not on target. There's a shot from Kraus that's turned away. Now Ganau pokes this one into some open ice. Has to keep chasing it down, but it's Bergeron that's on it. Offside now called. And Kraus finishing his hit there on Beckwith. That will draw the reaction. And I think Beckwith is going to be sitting for 2 minutes here. Nope, just guided back to his bench by the linesman. Looked like he was going to get one there. State tournament game, though, state championship game. I'm sure the referee's not eager to make their presence known beyond the requirements. Ganau at the faceoff will lose that one to Shargorodsky, and it will come back down into the Culver zone as a result. Dupuis, nice find into the middle of the ice for Shargorodsky. He's busting up this wing. Sends it cross ice, picked up off the wall by Wolfenberg. Shargorodsky trying to go to work down low. He's played hard. Gets free up the wall to Cup. And that passes behind Braun, but he's able to make do. Braun with an extra step here, but he's played strongly by Dupuis, who negates that opportunity. Braun back on it. Takes the hit from Shargorodsky. Now Cup picks up in the corner. Looks to work this out to the point. There's a shot towards the net. That's off the blocker of Mattingly. And that looked to me like that hit the safety netting, but they say that it did not. We play on. Cup hounded there by a couple of white jerseys in the corner. Taken up ice by Dupuis, though. Good cross ice find is onto the stick of Jessen, but then quickly off of it. Cup from center ice, opts to just dump this one and complete the line change. Mattingly will pick it up, not on the same page there with his defenseman, Roberts. That one could have ended up badly, but it's all good for the time being. Shargorodsky has it in his skates. Lalonde involved as well. Now Colson White coming in to make it a party in the corner. Looks like Wolfenberg is there, squirts free, and then poked back over to the wall where it's played now by Schumacher. He tries to find some open ice to the weak side. Going to wheel this one himself for now. Takes the hit from Wolf and loses control. Wolf puts it off the glass, but at a bad angle. It doesn't go anywhere. Wolf now gaining the zone. His shot from a bad angle is blocked away by Mattingly. Off the glove of Schumacher and then swept over to the wall by Wolf, who goes for a change. Played now by Bayshid. And that will be icing on the aforementioned Bayshid. Good, strong pace to this one in the opening 7 or so minutes. Play has kind of ebbed and flowed. Carroll had the strong start, then Culver had it down at the other end for a little bit. And Carroll, a good shift there, of course, when they bring out those big three. The second line continues it now. Let's see what Adley Shearer and company have up their sleeves. Tied up off the faceoff, going to be controlled by Gonzalez. Turned over. Now up to the point for Pedersen. He'll backhand that one over in the direction of Clark, who takes a moment and assesses the situation before making the pass to Bergeron. Bergeron's pass into the middle for Fusai. Far wall and sent off by Clark, who looks like he might have a helmet strap loose. We'll see if the referees make a issue of that or not. Top of the zone. Pass over to Bergeron. Taking the shot, looking for the tip, but didn't get it. Off the pad of Van Antwerp and cleared out of the zone by the Chargers. Got to say, the crowd here is probably what, Eric? 80% Carroll, if not maybe slightly more?
Probably a little more than that, Joe.
About as we expected. Carroll, obviously the hometown team. Culver, not only from out of town, but their roster has something like 5 Indiana players in total on it. So that was always the expectation. And, of course, for Culver, it's the norm to be in games like this. It's the expectation to be in games like this. And for Carroll, this is kind of the send-off for a class that has brought so many trophies to the Chargers. And here's one who's brought a lot of goals to the Chargers. Dylan Braun goes nowhere that time. Braun once scored 6 goals in a city championship game here in Fort Wayne. The Chargers have not lost a regular season league game in Fort Wayne in 3 seasons. And the year that they didn't, that this group of seniors has been on the team, they went on to win the 2A state championship that season. So quite a successful group here that Carroll will be graduating in a few months' time. Around to the far near corner, is Beckwith. Beckwith, side of the net, another opportunity at it, and then finally cleared away and chopped out of the zone. This could be something here brewing for the Chargers on the attack. Lalonde with the shot. Rebound is there, but he's played strong, has his stick lifted by Roberts. Bad turnover there from Shargorodsky. Right back at it is Lalonde, but that puck is knocked away by Beckwith. Now Shargorodsky plays it into the middle for his line mate Wolfenberg. I think, Eric, the game plan from Carroll defensively very much is make sure you're just getting pucks out, it seems like.
Yeah, keep it out of the dangerous areas. Anyway, it doesn't matter where it goes from there.
Regrouping in the neutral zone is Bayshede. Gets it across to Wolfenberg. Wolfenberg washed over by Carteau into the corner. The 219s doing battle as that is turned over to the Chargers. Trying to handle that rolling puck was Murashigi. And we do eventually get a whistle on the play with 5:45 to go here in the first period.
You know, I've been here all day since 10 o'clock, starting with 1A and moving up. And, you know, the pace has been getting faster and faster, but definitely the largest jump, not just in pace of play, but overall hockey IQ is what we're seeing here from 3A to 4A.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No doubt about it. Culver, obviously, I don't think they need any introduction at this level of hockey. And Carroll right there with them. Been an excellent game so far, as expected. That is going to be a penalty, our first of the game, and that very well could be a 2-10 for checking from behind. We'll have to see. And it will not be. They will just call it cross-checking, but either way, huge opportunity for Carroll on the power play here. So, Eric, you've done all the high school games here this year. I mean, obviously, we're talking vastly different levels of competition, but is this Carroll power play still nasty?
It is. It's been very effective from whatever I've seen. We'll see what they do against a more finely tuned penalty kill here, but they are pretty nasty.
Yeah, huge opportunity here, and it's Braun with the puck at the far point. There's a shot that's deflected down behind the goal, picked up by Ganau. Gets it to Cup, finds his release point, and will slowly work it back out to Braun. Now over to Blauvelt, taking a look, goes cross for Finn Cup, who goes too strong almost out to the point. Good recovery there by Braun. Down to Cup, off the skate of Ganau. Ganau for Cup. Through his skates, out to the point, but Braun not there, and that goes all the way down for the Eagles. Of course, first period, easy change there for Culver on that clear. Now here comes Braun with some steam. This is dangerous. Braun towards the goal and bouncing puck and then knocked away as that one could have just jumped and floated into the back of the goal there. Rebound, loose, Pettersson, Mattingly the big save. And then wanting some additional action on that is Bergeron. And now everybody will go their separate ways. I'll tell you what, these scrums are, I think, going to be a frequent feature of this game today.
I mean, with the stakes this high and the level of competition, it's got to be part of the game.
Absolutely. You know, I was surprised last weekend. I was doing the college conference tournament that was hosted here. And that division, that conference, as that's a puck into the Culver bench, usually very interested in some of the, shenanigans in front of the net, but the entire weekend last weekend, all 6 games, very toned down, not really interested, nobody wanting to potentially take a penalty, and they usually didn't even in the regular season, so I was a bit surprised by that, as that is a good shot from Kraus, but is gloved by Mattingly. We'll see how that translates over here. Again, like I said earlier, I'd assume the referees are not going to want to get involved here unless it is blatantly obvious. Face-off one out to the point for Kraus. Walks the line, goes back down. Shearer will recover in the corner, then get it back up the half wall to Wolf. Wolf, seam pass for White. White with the shot that is blocked off the stick of Dupuis. Wolf, far side yet again. Gets it to Shearer right in front, and that one goes just wide, put right back out in front by White, and then cleared out to the neutral zone by Dupuis. 25 more seconds on the Carroll power play. Redirected in. This will roll on net to Mattingly. Flubs it a little bit and smelling opportunity there, but not making much of it was Potts. Now Ganau with it. Down low behind the goal line for Wolf. Back up to Ganau. Ganau looking upstairs and off the helmet of Mattingly. Dupuis pinned to the wall. 3 Chargers surrounding him. Back to 5-on-5 now. Is stepping out of the box is that Culver Eagle. Potts up top, one-timer redirected by Ganau, and good reaction there from Mattingly, as this is yet again a grouping of extracurricular activities. Ganau took a little bit of an elbow there down to the ice. He went off that scrum. And in my brief conversation with Carroll head coach Eric Watson, he told me that this is a Culver team that is much more physical than they've been in years past. And so far, I'm inclined to believe him based on what I've seen with my own 2 eyes. Makes for entertaining hockey, though. Isn't that right, Eric?
That it does, Joe.
Nothing quite like it. Right off the stomach of Braun. He's got it pinned there. And then eventually it is sent free of the zone by Bayshede.
I mean, size-wise, I don't have a height and weight sheet or anything, but it seems like Culver definitely has the advantage in size in the general speaking sense.
Yeah, I would agree. Carroll, the fun thing about Carroll being at where they are with how talented they are is they've got a lot of players that aren't necessarily all that big. But like you're saying, yeah, Culver definitely has the size advantage in this one, as I think most teams probably end up doing against Carroll. But
yeah.
This short guy here, Dylan Braun, does not seem to care about that. Allegedly the all-time leading scorer in Indiana high school hockey history. If he's not, he's certainly in the running for it. Stat keeping at this level of hockey is incredibly spotty. As that is going to be icing on Culver.
Carroll racking up a lot of offensive zone time here, Joe.
They are. That's a great point, Eric. Culver really has not had much time in the zone here in the last, honestly, outside of that kind of blurb and between like the 12 and a half, 10-ish minute mark, really has kind of favored Carroll a lot. Now, granted, part of that helped by the power play, but here come the Eagles now on the charge. No pun intended.
Uh-oh.
As that is...
Might see some Culver zone time now.
Yeah, I think we might. So that is going to be kneeing. And like you said, so now Culver's going to get their turn.
Now, I'm almost sure it won't translate here, but I know in the Fort Wayne season, Carroll really didn't mind taking as many penalties as they did because they scored more goals shorthanded than any team I've ever seen.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll tell you that. That does not surprise me at all. I'm sure they actually, enjoyed maybe a little bit of PK practice.
Right.
More often than not. Now, knowing this linesman, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of this here today on these face-offs. There will be a new center for Culver, and in to take the draw will be Jessen. And off of said face-off, it's behind the Carroll net. At the point, controlled by Gonzalez. Down the wall to Fussai. Back up top for Gonzalez and Fussai again. Into the middle, swing and a miss. There's Chargorodsky at the far side. He's turned away by Van Antwerp. And that will be cleared all the way down. High sticking, though, on Braun, so he couldn't play that even if he wanted to. But I think you heard the noise rise here for just a moment before everyone realized. As first 45 seconds of this penalty now killed by the Chargers. This comes back down the ice and should presumably be sent right back up, but not out of the zone. With control now is Jessen. Knocked away by Ganau. Maintained at the point, though, by Bergeron, and then interrupting the passing lane was Braun. Bergeron. As we have got about a 3-second differential between the penalty clock and the game clock. So for all intents and purposes, Culver on the power play for the remainder of this period. Unless they decide to end the lease of A.J. Baldwin in the penalty box a little bit early. Tell you what, it is standing room only if I've ever seen standing room only here, Eric.
Yeah, it's shoulder to shoulder wherever you go here today.
Yeah, I mean, even the restaurant over here. You got people packed in too deep in the little hallway that leads over to the loft.
Even our broadcasting booth here has a lot of spillover.
Oh, gosh. If Brandon was here, he'd be losing his mind. As long as everyone behaves, though, we're all good. Murashige and lost control and then dumped down by the Chargers. Mattingly will leave it for Hume. Hume send it in the direction of Feeblecorn, who wasn't quite ready to receive that play. Comes back down the ice yet again for Bergeron. Forced away from him by Shearer. He's going to get sandwiched here. And wisely, those Culver players pull up a little bit, but they are hounding that puck in the corner, and it's brought away by Bergeron with 10 seconds to work with. Can he find something here late? Onside play to the outside. There's the shot that goes wide. We'll carry him around, and that'll be how the first period comes to an end. Through 15 minutes of excellent hockey, it is 0-0. And I think we'll go ahead and take a quick break here for probably about a minute and a half. You're watching the 4A State Championship game on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
White Shoes Kelly Chevrolet. We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape, and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
Welcome back inside the Parkview Sport Medicine Ice House. Fresh 15 on the board. Second period, 5-on-5. Just building some suspense here. Wait, and we are back underway. Off the rip. Dumped in by Beckwith. This will rim around to Carteau. Is now Culver attacking this side of the ice. Genau breaks that play up, sends it down the ice. Will not have the juice to be icing, and having to chase back for it will be Roberts. Puts it up the strong side with Braun, and he'll lose his stick, but draw a penalty in the process. But almost doesn't matter, as Cup was seeing something at the back door. Extra attacker jumps over the wall for Carroll. Down in the corner again now, sent across looking for Braun. Carteau with the drive, tipped down, but goes just wide off the stick of White. White on it again, puts it into the middle, and a foot race here will keep possession with the Chargers, and they're still with it. My goodness. Wow. They're locking it down on this 6-on-5, and then finally Culver able to touch up.
Yeah, Carroll looked good on their first power play.
Yeah, they did. We'll see what they can do this time around. Shots on goal for that first period, by the way. 10-8 in favor of the Chargers, which is roughly in line with what I would wager based on the flow of play. So fresh 2 minutes here for the Chargers. Eric, like you were saying, if Carroll's able to get the first goal here, this place is going to go nuts.
I want to see it. I really do.
Yeah, the eruption is going to be momentous. We'll just say that. Sent down the ice, though, off the draw by Culver. And the Chargers will have to go 200 feet. Lavelt for Cup. He'll start this play ahead, makes the pass for Braun. Braun, patient at the blue line, then finds Cup coming back through the middle of the ice. He'll chip that into the corner and have to chase it himself, but already there is Murashige. Cleared out and all the way down yet again by Culver. Picked up by Cup. He'll take his time with this one. Assessing the situation, has some white jerseys in his way, but he'll go to the outside and then play this puck around, looking for Genau to get there, which he does. Genau up the wall to Braun. Lavelt back over to Braun. Redirected, but not on goal. That's off of a Culver shin pad and should momentarily be cleared down the ice by Trey Schumacher. Lavelt stretched up to the blue line, and that one is going to be a penalty, as into the boards was Wolf.
Yeah, that's a dangerous play. You got to call that one. Like you said, you don't want to be calling nonsense penalties, but that's...
Yep, I was kind of questioning if they were. Honestly, that one, I think if he's about 6 inches to a foot closer to the wall, slam dunk.
Right.
But obviously they call it either way, and I think they're discussing whether or not they're going to make this just a 2 or a 2 and 10. But either way, it's going to be 47 seconds of a 5-on-3 for Carroll, which is a huge opportunity. And it is going to be a 2 and 10 for checking from behind, it looks like. So, Carroll, huge opportunity here in the early portion of this second period. I'm used to 20 minutes, so when I see second period, 12:58, I'm like, man, we're already halfway through.
Hit the Spaceman, too.
Yeah, it's crazy. All righty. So, just to get the confirmation, another Culver player sent into the penalty box. It is going to be 2 and 10 for Dylan Gonzalez, one of the players that's been getting a lot of ice time here for this Culver team. So that, no doubt, is going to be a loss for them for 12 minutes, which will be pretty much the rest of this period. Here's Kraus. His shot through traffic, but not enough traffic.
Too much traffic.
Yeah, there you go. Too much traffic. Not the traffic in favor of him. Shagorodsky right up there blocking that with the big body of his. As that one, Mattingly looked like he might have lost it for a second, but is able to make the stop, and 29 more seconds still on the Carroll 5-on-3. And should mention Dupuis as well, another one who's been playing well for Culver in this game so far, is the one in the box right now. So Culver potentially trying to make do here with a little bit different of a PK unit than normal. Here's Blauvelt, long-range shot. Rebound was loose, and that is, of course, going to draw some attention from Culver, as has been the case at every opportunity here.
Are they taking them both?
Yeah, I think these referees are not going to let this be going like that every single time that there is someone going for a rebound.
They've got to get control early on here. I guess we're almost halfway through already, but control needs to be obtained, or this could get out of hand easily.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And so I simultaneously understand why they're taking both, but I think also can recognize that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Ganau to be getting a penalty here. He was a bit of a passenger in that one.
Yeah.
So I understand what they're trying to do, but we'll just read into the record that that one is purely game management and probably not actually worthy of a penalty. But that's neither here nor there. Carroll will still maintain this 5-on-3. Into the middle comes to Braun. His shot misses. This building was ready for that one, I'll tell you that. Here's Blauvelt, center point. He'll load it up. That shot, another case of too much traffic as it's deflected out of play. With 2 more seconds left on the penalty to Dupuis, so Carroll will have to be mindful of that off this face-off. And it sets up perfectly for Culver if they win this face-off to just rim it straight around the weak side and catch Dupuis stepping right out of the box. That's not how it plays out, though. Braun recovers. Over to Pedersen. His shot is off the glove of Bayshid. And now the other way comes Culver. Short-handed opportunity here is defended well on the stick of Braun, and trying to locate it yet again here has taken that puck away is Stevenson. Braun, though, eventually regains control with 50 seconds on the 5-on-4 now. Braun circles around behind, spits it out in front. No Carroll jerseys in the area.
And there it is.
Carroll strikes first.
I got to tell you, I was itching to see that.
The Carroll student section down at the far side comes alive with that one. It's Victor Wolf who puts Carroll in front on the power play goal.
Yeah, it was really just sitting there for him, waiting for him to put it in.
Braun knows, you know what, put the puck in front of the net. Good things can tend to happen. Initially nobody there, and then that rebound keeps bouncing around. Wolf able to clean it up, and that is a huge goal for the Chargers. Makes everyone stand just a little bit taller on that Charger bench. Off the face-off, trying to go straight through with it was White, and had it ramp up and into the net, so we'll do it again from the same spot. Controlled by Dupuis. Gets it ahead and then dumped into the zone. It looked like that was Jessen at the far side. Here's White. He's hitting to the wall. Replay on, though. Taken away. Put out in front, but not as lucky that time was Wolfenberg. That is questionable as well, but they'll let it go. Probably could have been boarding if you really wanted to, and I think that's the appeal Sam Krause is making. Yeah, this Culver team certainly not shy to be physical. I'll tell you that much, Eric. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you can't play Carroll without it. I mean, they will walk all over you.
Exactly. If you give them the space, you best believe that they will use it. They'll use that speed all day if you let them. Culver, one of the few teams that has the speed to match Carroll's. And obviously the physicality on top of that, as it is backhanded into the zone by Schumacher. Hard rim around from Krause, but is out of play. 10:58 here, second period. That goal still has not come through on my game sheet link, which is slightly irritating. But sometimes that's the way it goes. Backed out to Bergeron. Taking a look, taking a shot, and it's off the stick of Van Antwerp and to the far wall. Trying to work this up the wall is Mikey Baldwin. At the blue line, kept alive, and played back down low by Dupuis. Now the other Baldwin. This is AJ. Has a couple of Culver players on him. Is able to get it free, though, and that is just barely kept alive right along the blue paint. That time, though, it does come out of the zone on Dupuis. He'll have to dump it in, and Culver tags up and will re-attack. Rimmed around, but that play broken up by Burrows. He'll take it away for Culver. Played out to the point, but too far, and out of the zone, Bergeron. Back to neutral ice. Love down by Shearer. He gets it clear for Bergeron. And sent down by Shurik. Shearer trying to just keep it pinballing back the other direction for Carroll. Linesman in the way there. Allows Culver to recalibrate. And it's going to be Fasai. Turned around by Baldwin. Over to his brother AJ with a big hit. And now with Hume. Hume shot redirected and then looked like it might just squeak through there on Van Antwerp. And now Carroll with a Culver player poking at their goalie is going to make sure that Culver knows they're not going to be getting away with poking on net either.
Yeah, it's a standard that needs to be set on both ends of the ice.
Yeah, absolutely is, and I'm sure that's been the message for Carroll, is if they're going to be coming after you and you touch their goalie, we're doing the same thing. And we are going to only get one penalty here, or are we going to get two?
I mean, the precedent is 2 at this point.
I would have to agree, but that is still only one player in there for Culver, and that is going to be Gonzalez, who's sitting as 2 and 10. So I am...
Interesting.
Yeah, finding the standard to not be set from a referee's perspective. But, hey, what's new around here, am I right?
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that I think this is an entirely Fort Wayne crew that is doing this game. Usually they bring in referees from around the state. But this is an entirely Fort Wayne crew, except for maybe one of these linesmen. I've never seen him before. But maybe he just prefers to not do the college games. So
right.
Could be me. Either way, it is going to just be the one penalty on Baldwin. So it's a 2-minute power play here coming the way of Culver as they look to find an equalizer. Bit of a tie-up off the face-off here. Comes to the near side, and Braun not going to challenge that play along the wall for Bayshid. Far side, Fusai. Taken away. Ganau is sent down to the ice, but is able to at least get it out to the neutral zone first. Dumped in by Shargorodsky. Krause is put into the wall, and that probably could have been boarding as well. There's a shot upstairs, deflected down. And controlled now by Baysheed. Gets it around to Jessen. Loose now for Ganal. He gets this one elevated and out of the zone all the way down the ice.
Yeah, good clear there. Opportunity to get at least one change there on the penalty kill.
Yep, so now the second period, you've got that long change. So that's just an added challenge here for each team when they're not only in the D zone but on the PK. And I think probably the lack of an ability to change was unhelpful there for Carroll and led to them drawing that penalty, or taking that penalty, excuse me. Out front, there's a shot. Rebound is still loose and then cleared away by Ganal. Now he'll be able to change. A couple more off for the Chargers.
Managed 2 that time.
So Dylan Braun, the last one, and he should be able to get a change here if he wants it. Doesn't look like he does. So with 37 seconds left, here comes Culver yet again. It's Hume across the line. He'll dish it to the outside for Beckwith. Beckwith stops up near side corner. Taking a look, feeding in front and off of the side of the arm of Van Antwerp. That one could have been dangerous, but it stays out for the time being. Murashige has White draped over him. That shot is right on net and held on to by Van Antwerp with 15 more seconds to kill. Does it just keep getting more and more full up here?
Yeah, they keep coming, Joe.
Jeez. I'm glad we've got some camera to my back here, helping block some people.
Right.
I love it. That's what I usually use the spotlight for on the other rink. There's the feed across coming from Beckwith. Has it again now as time set to expire on the penalty to Baldwin. Up top for Dupuis. Beckwith kind of fans on that one. Still gets it through the seam, though. Now White trying to separate man from puck. Unable to do so and played back around by Murashige. Now with Carteau. Has it wrestled free from him by Beckwith. And White comes in to help out. We've got a penalty coming.
Carteau's going, I think.
Are they taking both?
Beckwith.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like that would have to be some sort of hooking or a hold on Beckwith. Unless there was something I missed from Carteau. And it will be slashing.
Yeah, in my opinion, right now, the Carroll Chargers have a lot of momentum. That was a really successful penalty kill. Now to get a power play opportunity, it could be a big deal for them.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If after all that they've been taking here so far in this game, if they can make it 2-0 off of this power play after just killing that one, that would be a huge point in this hockey game. Far side is Pedersen. His shot is deflected up high. Bergeron up high to the top of the zone, but kept in by Braun and Cup, and then eventually forced out. Braun trying to hold this play back, though, from Schumacher, who goes down to the ice there with Ganal. And we'll see if anything comes of this.
Kind of missed that. What, was that incidental contact, or are they shoving at each other?
I think that was just kind of incidental contact. They both went down. I didn't catch a ton of it, so I'm not going to editorialize too much on it. Off the face-off, it will be won by Ganal. He'll just send this back to Van Antwerp. And now Pedersen will look to start the play for the Chargers. Pedersen over to Cup. And that is a bad pass. Intercepted here by Bergeron. But fortunately, Carroll hadn't progressed far enough up the ice yet for anyone to start getting too far ahead of themselves. Now here comes Braun. If the Chargers hurry, they could have numbers here, as having to track back is Bergeron. And that quickly diffuses for the Chargers. Maybe I should say it runs out of electricity. Sent across, and nobody home at the back door. Settled down by Blavel. Not his best angle. Now here comes Shagorodsky. 2-on-1, shorthanded, has Jessen with him. Takes the shot, though. Rebound will go to the far side and picked up by Pedersen, trying to get it going the other way again for the Chargers. Off the stick of Ganau. He'll take the contact from Baysheed. And cleared down by Culver now. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Will be picked up by the recently freed Baldwin. He'll gain the line and then be crunched off the play by Baysheed. Down low, though, comes again to Baysheed. Backhanded off the glass and past Baldwin. Now it's a foot race, but Cup has the advantage on that one. That is actually White. That is not Cup, and he's got plenty of room to work with down this wing. He'll stop up and then just play it down low. Turned over. There's the shot from White, deflected out of play with 8 seconds left on the penalty to Beckwith. Joe Hacker, Eric Hosmer on the call for you here this evening. Brenna Spoler operating that camera out at center ice, as Carroll is not going to be allowed to make the changes they wanted to, I don't think. They are the visitors on the scoreboard here today, despite being in their home rink. So Culver will have the advantage of last change. There's the shot quickly into the glove of Mattingly off the stick of Wolf. And now Carroll will get to complete that line change.
Yeah, not that it's super relevant or carries any weight, but of the 3 championship games we saw today, there was only one upset. Really? That was in 3A, or 2A. No, yeah, 3A. Just before this, the Riley Wildcats, the number 2 seed, took it.
All right, well, good to know. We'll see how that plays here. Of course, in a game like this, I mean, it just comes down to the bounces. That's what happens when these 2 teams played in January. My understanding, it was a weird bounce off the end wall from Braun that just came right back to him, and he was able to put it in, something along those lines. So, hey, whatever works, I guess, as that is dumped in as we're back to even strength. Far side corner, it's going to be Carteau. He's under pressure here, but gets it into the corner where Cup is tied up. His stick locked down by Fasai. Comes free to Ganau. Ganau makes a smart decision there and just gets it cleared out. Had a Culver player right in his face. Not the time to be trying to do anything too cute with it. Onside play for Ganau. And he eventually will just hammer that one around down low. Mattingly will play it back to the strong side wall. And looking for an option is Burrows. Finds it just going back around and trying the other side of the ice. Back now with Dupuis. Dupuis, some space to work with here. Cuts inside, fans on the shot, but collects it again. His shot towards the net now. Rebound is loose, and it's in.
That was like slow motion, Joe.
That was a slow motion disaster there. If you're a Carroll fan, that one kind of gets deflected, runs up over the shoulder of Van Antwerp, and rolls into the back of the net. We've seen a couple like that have just barely been kept out today. But Van Antwerp unable to do so on that one and doesn't have the defense there to bail him out.
Yeah, definitely one he's going to want back.
Yep. So now we are back to square one. It's a 1-1 game, and we have just a little bit less than half of it still to go. 19 more miles for a state championship. Who wants it more? That might be the question on a day like today. Lalonde had his pass put onto the stick of Bergeron, and now free are the Culver Varsity A Eagles. There's the shot that is off of the pad of Van Antwerp. Now controlled again and kicked away yet again off the shot from Stevenson. Out of the zone, unable to keep that one in was Roberts. He's got it now from his own blue line. Passes it across to Cherokee. Quickly into the corner. Baldwin chips this one up and finds Lalonde a little bit free, but right back on top of that was Cherokee. That is going to be a penalty on Baldwin. Deservedly so. He kind of threw him down a little bit to the ice there. So Baldwin is apparently a little bit of a frequent customer of the penalty box today.
Yeah.
Just recently got out of the box at the beginning of this period from one penalty. Carroll was able to kill off. Now he's in again.
He's got faith in his penalty killers, I suppose.
Oh, you would hope so. You would hope he does. We'll see, though. Now this is a big opportunity for Culver to silence this crowd a little bit here late in the period. We've got intermission coming up. They were down 1-0, just scored. If they get a second quick one here, we'll see where that goes for the momentum side of things. Could be squarely with them, but of course that intermission is always a bit of a leveler. So we'll see how this thing works out here. For now, Culver does maintain possession, though. Baysheed's got it off the stick of Braun, and they're trying to spring him there, but Ganau unable to put enough heat on that backhander out of the zone to send Braun all alone the other way. Comes over to Baysheed. stutter step, one-timer, and Van Antwerp able to get over there in time to deny Fasai. Pinned in the far corner, Carteau in there, 3 Culver players as Braun and Ganau just spectating right now. Eventually Ganau tries to activate here. It's with Braun, and he's going to get the wheels in motion the other direction. Does he have the speed? Yes, he does, but it's knocked away from him. Still has it, though, and then he decides he wants nothing to do with Shargorodsky putting a shoulder into him. Braun taken down. Carroll appealing for a penalty, and they will get one. You know, Eric, I got to say, I mean, some of these are a little bit on the obvious side.
Right.
But we look pretty stupid right now for saying we didn't think the referees were going to be too involved in this game.
I know.
That is a take that is aged like milk. I tell you what, that one looked good for about the first period, and then the referees were like, you know what, we are not letting this one get out of control. Yeah, not going to happen.
Well, a lot of special teams.
Yeah.
Sure, these teams have plenty of practice.
Yep. Special teams, the name of the game, at least in this second period. I'll tell you that much. Hopefully it'll settle down a little bit in the third.
Now we got a 4-on-4 look. What do you think? Who's at the advantage in 4-on-4 between these two?
I tend to think the faster team will take the advantage in the 4-on-4. It's more open ice for them to work with, more open ice for Carroll to dodge these Culver checks. But at the end of the day, you just never know. I mean, Culver is just as quick. So we'll see as Carteau, a little reverse hit action there on Hume. Didn't look too fazed by that one whatsoever, as we got about 38 seconds on this 4-on-4. Carteau gets his stick in that passing lane. Now here comes Shearer the other way, and he's taken down on the play by Bergeron. Dupuis. Offside, I was going to say. That was close. That was close. They do end up blowing it down. So 23 seconds now on this 4-on-4. Poked away by Cup. He has his stick lifted there by Schumacher. Rolls down to Carteau and then straight back up to Ganau. He'll give way for Cup. Cup trying to go around one. That's going to be interference. And another penalty here. This will be on Joseph Murashigi. All I'm going to say is I'm glad I'm not writing these down, because I think I would already be out of like the penalty spots I have on my usual game sheets. I think I have like 16 lines for penalties. And, I mean, I think we have already surpassed that. We still got a whole nother period.
Yeah, there's been quite a few.
The referee's certainly earning that paycheck here tonight. And now we're going to get a little conversation with one of the referees and the Culver A head coach. Could just be the Culver A coach wanting a explanation for that, but you never know. Maybe it's a little warning, like, hey, settle it down. But you would also expect Carroll to be getting one of those as well if that were the case, and they don't appear to be getting one of those. The head coach of Culver A is Mike Payne, which I did not write on the front page of my roster and probably should have. So now what? We got a 4-on-3 for 3 whole seconds here. And then this is going to be another long 5-on-3 for Carroll. Lavelle to Braun. Braun shot out of play. 50 seconds of the 5-on-3 here for Carroll. They'll be on the power play the remainder of the period unless they get out to a 3-1 lead, which I think they would happily exchange that.
I agree.
Face-off one here by Ganau. Worked out to the point for Blauvelt. He'll walk the line. And taking a look, makes the pass over to Pedersen. Pedersen's shot is deflected into the corner, forced wide by Bergeron. Down low for Ganau. Back up top at the right circle for Braun. Now he's center point. Goes to Ganau, right circle. His shot goes wide to the near side, and then the rebound. Still loose. Digging at it. And that was surprisingly calm down there, considering they were digging at it and the goalie was sprawled out. I would have expected
a little bit more chaos to ensue, but
maybe the message is starting to get across.
Right.
If you want to do any of that, you're going to be sitting. So 27 more seconds now on the 5-on-3. Of course, 51.4 seconds on the game clock. And there's again the warning for the wingers on the far wall. Just be careful, make sure you're staying outside of the circle. Now those guys will switch positions. We've got a new center. And that was, I believe, Taylor Pedersen on the face-off win out to Blavelt. Blavelt with a shot, and it's off of Ganau in front, but that was looking good for a moment. Blavelt trying it again. Far side, blockered away by Mattingly, but the room was there. And they are just giving Blavelt the top of the zone on that. Here's Braun, again for Blavelt. Has someone out there this time. One-timer for Braun, and it's punched away by Mattingly. Loose in front, though, and then worked to some safety by Ganau as we're down to 5-on-4 now. Blavelt backs out of the zone. There's a one-timer for Pedersen. That is into the shoulder of Mattingly. And Carroll, a couple of great opportunities there in the last 30 seconds.
Back to back, yeah, they've set up pretty well at the moment.
17.5 more seconds this period. Of course, Carroll on the power play for the remainder of it. 55 seconds, though, for the record on the penalty to Murashige. Carroll still keeping that same line out there here at the end of this period. We'll take a break during intermission, and then regardless, it should be an incredible final 15 minutes here for all the marbles. Pinned in the corner. Comes free to Ganau. He spits it out. Braun spin around shot. Kicked away. Rebound still there. Another try. And that is played in the corner. And that will be it for the second period. And no separation between these two teams. 1-1 is our score through 30 minutes. Do not go anywhere on the other side of this intermission. We're going to have a great final 15 minutes. This is the 4A State Championship on SummitCitySports.com.
In soccer since I was 5 years old. Started with Upward and then started with the Leo middle school teams and then started playing high school and decided that soccer was my sport. I further wanted to play travel and I decided to play with sport club. College soccer has been a dream for me since freshman and sophomore year of high school. I went to the Manchester University ID camp and I really liked it. Their team is very young. They have a lot to look forward to. They're big on family and that's what I really like. The last couple months have been very critical, battling through both my surgery and my other injury. I've worked with Mike at Parkview Athletic Rehab to strengthen my knee. The EDGE program makes me better as a soccer player because soccer comes with strength and with the agility, change of direction. I've become a faster runner. Tiffany has helped me become a better person in general. She's helped me throughout my injuries and she's one of my #1 supporters. PSM has been very beneficial with making sure I'm still healthy and becoming more healthy, and that made me drive to be better at soccer. I'm very happy from where I came.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Emerson Weaver from Leo High School and Empowered Volleyball Academy. I first picked up a volleyball, I was probably like 8. I started playing club because my best friend did it, especially going into my late middle school years. I started training hard and now I'm playing high school and I love it, and I'm playing beach and I love it, and it's amazing because I get the best of both worlds. For the past 2 years, I really focused on beach, and that's really where I kind of want to go with my future. At Empowered, we've done specific sports performance training with PSM, and it's really just helped us grow as athletes. I notice it, I'm jumping higher, I'm running faster. It's just really helped me overall. It's insane how much of a better athlete I've become, being able to lift and do all those different movements, and I can really just notice it as a club. It's truly helping us all the way around as volleyball players. It's just been super beneficial.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that is just here, man. It's really cool.
PSM is not just for me, it's for all athletes in the city because I'm not the only person in the city that's playing different sports. There's people that play golf, lacrosse, every type of sport in there. I like how it's just personalized. So like your sport, over the winter and most of the summer, I think I focused on putting on weight, putting on more muscle. That'll help in all aspects of football, being able to defeat blocks, tackle, and prevent injuries more. I'm way stronger in other like mental aspects of the game, my approach at the plate, how to play different hitters and all that type of stuff that goes into the game. But once August came around, then it was full football mode. It was kind of cool to get that first football offer, and it also shows people around the area that I'm something other than just a baseball player.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
From day one, it was basically the sport for me, and I knew that. I grew up on a golf course. A lot of my family's played golf, and then there's been a lot of college golfers I played with, and I've always wanted to be like them. College golf's always been a goal, and I'm excited that I'm going to get that chance. I ended up choosing Franklin. I really like it there. Really young program, great school as well. I just enjoyed it there, and definitely excited for the 4 years. I started Edge 2 years ago, and that's where I've noticed my biggest improvements. It's coming in here, getting speed, agility, as well as rotation and everything. It all translates to the golf game, becoming stronger, getting some club speed, be able to hit it farther. You have to put in the work. Also, the mental game's a big thing, and Tiffany and I work on that a ton, and I think she's probably one of the biggest reasons why I am where I am. That's a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff that you really don't think about that really translates to the golf game.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape, and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
Welcome back to the Ice House, where after 2 periods of action, we are locked in at 1-1 in a dogfight between the Carroll Chargers and Culver A for the 4A Division Championship of Indiana State High School Hockey. We'll walk you through how we got there. Started out in the first period when the Carroll Chargers drew first blood. This came in the form of a goal from number 81, Victor Wolf, assisted by number 10, Dylan Braun, and number 12, Taylor Pedersen. And with the large Carroll fan base in the building, it was electric. This place is absolutely packed with Charger fans tonight. Later on, this time in the second period, Culver manages to answer on this one that kind of just went up and over Luke Van Antwerp and kind of trickled into the net in sort of a slow motion fashion. Number 20, Will Dupuis, credited with this one. Assist goes to number 10, Shea Fisai. Not sure. Other opportunities early on in the game. Chargers had this one off the tip, but it was tracked accurately and kept out of the net. Culver with some interesting power play opportunities of their own. Here you'll see this one straight through the middle of the offensive zone in the one-timer. Luke Van Antwerp again on his game. And it has been a physical matchup so far. Penalty after penalty. Here we got a good look at a Baldwin hit. That one clean, of course. So, after 2 periods of action, we are locked in 1-aside. The Carroll Chargers have a 38-second power play starting off this third period, so we'll get you that action and more right after this. Once again, I'm Eric Hosmer. You're watching Indiana State Finals 4A live from the Parkview Sport One Ice House, all brought to you, of course, by Summit City Sports.
In soccer since I was 5 years old. Started with Upward and then started with the Leo middle school teams and then started playing high school and decided that soccer was my sport. I further wanted to play travel and I decided to play with Sport Club. College soccer has been a dream for me since freshman and sophomore year of high school. I went to Manchester University ID camp and I really liked it. Their team is very young. They have a lot to look forward to. They're big on family and that's what I really like. The last couple months have been very critical, battling through both my surgery and my other injury. I've worked with Mike at Parkview Athletic Rehab to strengthen my knee. The EDGE program makes me better as a soccer player because soccer comes with strength and with the agility, change of direction. I've become a faster runner. Tiffany has helped me become a better person in general. She's helped me throughout my injuries and she's one of my #1 supporters. PSM has been very beneficial with making sure I'm still healthy and becoming more healthy, and that made me drive to be better at soccer. I'm very happy from where I came.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back inside the Parkview Sports Medicine Ice House. Third period about ready to get underway here. Teams just back out on the ice doing the customary stretching. And Eric, should be a heck of a last 15 minutes here. 1-1 hockey game.
I tell you what, this place is about to boil over with tension. The place is absolutely packed, and what a dogfight we got going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carroll starting this one out, 38 seconds on the man advantage.
Yeah, I mean, huge opportunity for the Chargers to set the tone here, for sure, right? They can get a goal here, jump out in front, but I just know, I mean, whoever's got the lead, if there is someone that has the lead, I guess, we should add that qualifier. At the end of this period, I mean, just going to be hanging on for dear life. It's going to be a full-out assault, potentially, if we're in a one-goal game here at the very end.
Yeah, it could get ugly.
Yeah, we'll see how the penalties, how that situation carries over here this period. Hopefully everything, quiets down a little bit and we can get some of the 5-on-5 hockey that I mean, I at least want to see. Special teams is great and all that, but let's see these two teams at even strength. Let's see them at even strength. Let's see them go head-to-head. Who's the best team in the state of Indiana this season? We've got 15 minutes and maybe some change to find out. That fresh 15 is on the board. Again, like Eric said, 38 seconds on the carryover penalty time to Joseph Murashige.
Yeah, and as far as momentum goes, Joe, I think you said it best. Everything's going to reset after that ice cut.
I think so, too. Everyone, a chance to catch their bearings. All right, you know what? We've got 30 minutes. We know how this is going to go. We're ready to go, and we're back underway. And off the face-off, it will be brought across the line by Pedersen. He wants nothing to do with that check that was being lined up there by Bergeron. And Cup misplays that. Hopefully not a bad omen there for Carroll right off the rip. But we won't be jumping to any judgments quite so soon. As Cup still in pursuit of this one here. He'll chip it in and try to go to work on Bergeron. Bergeron, though, has a little bit extra size on him. No problem there for the Culver defenseman. Bergeron then finishes the job and sends it all the way down the ice. That should do it for the penalty time, as stepping out of the box will be Murashige. Right up. It'll be on the stick of Pedersen. He'll work his way out to the right wing, trying to get around one. Hits the brakes there on Jessen. Up to the blue line. Jessen is able to force this one out of the zone. He'll face up with Cup, but elects to just dump that one in instead. Blav out there at the back wall. Pinned in by Jessen. Down goes a Carroll player, and then a couple more players down to the ice as the battle intensifies here. With Jessen now. Sends it down low again. That looks to still be Pedersen playing it up the wall. And kept at the near point by Dupuis, and then it does quickly come right back out. Dupuis, the goal scorer in this one for Culver. On the stick of Roberts. He chips it ahead. Controlled now by the Chargers. Nobody in the middle trying to fill that passing lane. They try and send it that way anyways, as Wolf's shot is into the glove of Mattingly, so it'll be an O-zone draw for the Chargers. Joe Hacker, Eric Hosmer alongside you for this one. Brenna Spoler, of course, on our camera. Got to give a special shout out to you and Brenna, Eric. All 4 games here today. Been quite a marathon for you guys. I'm just kind of jetting in here at the end.
Yeah, good relief guy you are.
Yeah, they call me the closer. I got the arm stretched out. I'm ready to go. Pass White, comes around behind the Culver net. On the stick now of Bayshede, able to shield it and make the pass to Hume. Keeps it moving forward, and then forced away by Wolf. Far side is going to be Lalonde. Chops that one up in the air and now into the corner with it. Surrounded by Culver players as the reinforcements start to join and nearly score. Rebound is cleared away. Carroll nearly finding the go-ahead goal, which looks like it's going to be so critical in this game. Picked up now with some speed is going to be Beckwith. Looking to drive into the corner, puts it out in front, all the way to the top of the zone. That shot from Schumacher was deflected aside and then cycled down into the corner by Beckwith. Played up the wall by the Chargers, looking to work this clear. There's a hit at the far wall. A couple fans pleading for a penalty, but they're not going to get it that time. Still in the corner. Carroll looking to work it clear. That's Wolf, I believe, that backhands that one out and knocked down by Bergeron. With it now is Shearer. Shearer looking like he's running a little low on steam. We'll send that shot wide. Comes around to Shurik near wall now. He's engaged in battle, but it's with Schumacher. He'll take a look and make the breakout pass as Ganau joins the frame. Here's Braun. Braun around one, but can't keep the puck in the process. Knocked away and brought forward by Schumacher. He'll gain center and dump it in while going for a line change. Bringing it forward now are the Chargers as there's a big hit. Blaval has the helmet come off, and that is going to be a penalty you would think for Wolfenberg, but I think the referees are going to talk about this one.
Non-call. We'll take another look at that hit.
And that has got the Culver fans rocking now.
Open ice, in my opinion. That's a clean hit.
All right, I didn't see the replay. I don't know if they caught him in the head or not, or if he just got rocked. So We play on 5-on-5. And the Culver side of the facility has certainly come alive a little bit more with that one, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, that's where that size is going to come into play. That was a huge hit.
Yeah, that was a colossal hit. I've done plenty of high school hockey games in my day, and that's got to be the biggest hit I've ever seen. Especially given the stakes, that makes it, even bigger on, just
right.
The size of the moment.
Seismic.
There you go. It's a great word. Seismic. I wonder what kind of magnitude that earthquake might have created there on a hit that seismic. Kept in here at the point. There's the shot that's deflected down, loose in the slot, but eventually free to the zone by the Chargers. Turning it right back the other way, though, is Dupuis. Sent across, and that's now taking the hit, and we have an offside signaled for. It won't matter as Carroll has it anyways, and Pedersen will send this down. It will be icing. As bearing down on him was Jessen, and Pedersen, certainly not one of the biggest guys, decided he was not all that interested in taking that hit after what just happened a few moments ago. 10:46 to go here, third period. Still looking for the go-ahead goal. Off the draw, down low is Burrows. Up the half wall, sent on goal, but goes wide from Clark. Opposite half wall now. It's in the corner with a battle ongoing. A couple players from each side just kind of hanging out here. No rush, and now it does eventually come up the wall to Lalonde. He'll get it free, and they will wave off the icing. So we will keep on going here. First one back is going to be Bayshede. He's able to get around Wolf and start to play up ice. Bayshede looking for some options, doesn't have any that aren't within about 3 feet of him, and as a result, he will ice it.
And let's just take another look at that Carroll opportunity earlier in the period. Looking for the go-ahead goal, and point-blank opportunity just shut down there.
Face-off will be to the right of Mattingly. It'll be Shearer to the draw, and opposite him will be Stevenson. It's going to be won by Shearer. Laid down around by Baldwin. This would be Mikey. As it's AJ on the opposite point. Couple of penalties here tonight. Picked up now and going the other way is going to be Stevenson. Stevenson loses the handle on it. It's into the corner with Schumacher over there, but Baldwin trying to keep it in the possession of the Chargers as one goes down. That would be Schumacher out to the point. That shot turned away by Van Antwerp. Baldwin on it now. Backhanded up. And looking to work it clear is Clark. He does. Backhanded up again to Clark. Through his legs and out of the zone. Gonzalez off the stick of Bergeron. Gives it ahead and brought across the line by Beckwith. He works his way to the outside, tried to center it, but a couple of Chargers in the way of that pass, and then lofted out of the zone by Ganau. This rolls down, but won't have the juice for icing. Bergeron pass up ice and taking it away or trying to his cup. Loose puck chipped down into the corner for Ganau. Has Braun wide open in the middle, but can't get it to him. Braun nearly lost there by Culver on defense. That is not the guy you want alone in front of your net. Right down in front is Cup. He scores! The Chargers take the lead. They lead it 2-1, and it's Finnegan Cup.
And we'll have another look at that one, Joe.
Yeah, make sure I'm out of the way. All the cameras up here now.
I know, it's like a real press booth now.
That is a huge goal.
A huge celebration there, too. Absolutely electric down behind that Culver net.
Yeah, I mean, it's bedlam down here, too, at the far end by where Van Antwerp stationed. Nothing quite like playing practically a home game for the state championship. I'll tell you that much. When I played in it back in 2018, it was 2 local Fort Wayne teams. And despite the fact it was the early game, first thing in the morning, the place was absolutely electric. We, of course, I have to say, we won, and I did score for the record.
All right.
So just got to get that in there. Got to give myself, my props. Now looking for an answer is Shargoronsky. Back to the net front, and they score!
Oh, my goodness.
A quick response, and it's going to be Preston Jessen for Culver.
Oh, no. Playing the wrong replay.
Culver right back to it.
All right, now let's take a look at this one.
Really just kind of, not even sure what exactly was going on. It's kind of just, casual play, and it ends up being a huge moment in the hockey game.
I mean, we've established a good back and forth now here in this third period.
Yeah. All right, so if we're going to continue alternating, it's Carroll that we should be looking out for next. Those goals, I can't imagine, came more than about 45 seconds apart. As that immediately gets the Carroll crowd a little bit back in line. Culver standing a little taller again here. And we have we had some arms up. I was going to say, I saw an orange armband in the air, and I'm like, oh gosh. And now we are going to get icing here on that play, so it will come all the way back down. And you can just tell with every minute that ticks off the clock, the tension in this building just continues to rise.
It's like a Balkan powder keg in here.
It is. I think the loudest crowd noise potentially is still yet to come. Potentially. I mean, even though Culver doesn't necessarily have the numbers in terms of fans, I think any goal from them is going to be met with a raucous reaction as well. You can just feel it, the energy in the building tonight. Sent up the wall and chopped clear of the zone by Wolf. This will come down, and yet again it will be icing.
Still amazes me that the high school allows changes on icing, but it makes for a good strategy, I guess. You get in trouble, just throw it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty much, it's weird coming back from not doing these for so long and then having that. It is different, but yeah, I think I understand why it's the rule in high school. My beef with icing is the automatic icing and not like any of the hybrid touch icing.
Right.
That used to drive me nuts. Hated it. Still do, for the record. Now, Carroll on the forecheck. There's a shot deflected up in the air, but still in play. That is a stick running a little bit high, but no whistle coming. Looks like the referee out of the zone. He was wanting to blow it for something, but ended up not. Now here we go for Culver. Far side, there's a shot looking to go back through for Clark in the middle of the ice. Near side now, sent towards the net. Van Antwerp will cover with Fussai right in his trap. No problem, though, for the Charger goaltender.
Yeah, I would assume shots are still about equal, but both goaltenders doing an excellent job tonight.
Yeah, absolutely no doubt about that. Shots, I think there was maybe 2 or 3 discrepancy in the second period, I think in favor of Carroll. I did not write it down, but I think it was roughly in that ballpark. And like you said, still should be right around there this period. Cup able to work it clear. Comes down the ice for Bergeron. Gets it up to Beckwith and nearly puts it right off the nose of the linesman, who might have seen his eyes flash before his life flash before his eyes there for a second. Genau right up the wall for Braun. Gives it to Cup coming through the middle. Does he have a little extra juice here? That's a rather weak shot, but hey, you never know. It could still go in. Here's Genau. That shot is a riser that goes wide. Pinching in now at the far side and keeping it alive. That looks to be Baldwin, and it was. Braun has his stick lifted by Bergeron, and now Culver free of the zone. It's going to be Hume carrying it down the right wing. He loses it in the skates of Pedersen, now far side. There's some room to work with here for Cup. Braun driving the middle, gets it to him, but his stick lifted by Bergeron, who wears the C for Culver for a reason, and he has shown it here in this game. He has been involved on numerous important plays in this hockey game and will take a hit there on Lalonde. Looks like the stick might be broken there from Bergeron based on the fact that he just dropped it for what looks like no reason. Now here comes a Culver leading scorer, Shargorodsky. That play goes nowhere and is sent back down into the Culver zone. Far side, Wolfenberg. He'll carry it across the attacking line. Toe drag, lost in his skates, swept away. still in some skates and now works clear. Here come the Chargers. It's Lalonde with some speed. He's got some help. It's going to be White backhanding on goal as Lalonde was driving the middle. But eventually it is gloved there by Mattingly.
And while we've got a minute, let's take another look at that missed opportunity here. Actually an excellent defensive effort by Culver, making sure that puck does not get on the stick of the ever so dangerous Dylan Braun in the slot.
Down to 5:16 here in regulation. We will, of course, have our customary backing everybody up on the wall off the draw. And then a good stick lift there off the faceoff of Potts allows Culver to go the other direction quickly. It's going to be the shot going around from Jessen, who, as it stands, has the equalizer in this game. Culver, winners of 7 out of the last 8 4A state championships, 2 of which against the Carroll Chargers, and in recent memory, a double overtime win a couple seasons ago, looking to get back in front of the Chargers once again, but just a near miss that time. On the stick now of Wolfenberg. He loses the handle on it, and then it's floated back into the Culver zone. Now it's with Jessen. He misses the pass, looking to hook up with Stevenson. Stevenson with it now, though, in the Carroll zone. Still on it. Reinforcements joining. There's the shot from Schumacher that's kicked aside by the goaltender Van Antwerp. Into the corner. Schumacher gets there first. Possession for Culver. Comes out to the point. Murashige taking a look for what he's got. Now Stevenson. Stevenson down into the corner. Has some help. Gets it to him, but going down on the play there was Cherokee. Seam pass. There's a shot going back across, and looking briefly up to the sky was Schumacher as that shot missed the net wide with 3:54 to go. We get a whistle as the net was knocked off.
Yeah, a few good opportunities there for Culver. Here's one of them. Right in the slot, just fans on it. That could have been a difference maker if he gets a stick on that one. Followed by a few other opportunities that probably had the Charger fans gritting their teeth a little bit in the building here.
I think everybody everywhere is gritting their teeth right now if you're watching this hockey game. We are officially down to the nitty-gritty here. 2-2 our score. And we are rapidly approaching next goal wins territory if we are not already there. Culver, though, has shown us they can respond quickly should Carroll score. They're looking for one here with Cup, and he will lose control. It'll go into the corner, but he's still right back on it. He's forced into the wall by Hume. Comes out to Braun, backhander off the side net, then trying to send it off the goaltender. Still loose. And covered up. And for the moment, the belief is it's out of the goal, and it is.
Not a lot we can see on the replay. I think we had a better view of that from our vantage point, but yeah, that was just sitting in the crease for a minute.
Yeah, and Carroll trying to bank it in off of the back of Mattingly's skate. That would have been quite the way to do it. But didn't work out, so still 2-2, but a no-zone draw for Carroll. They've got the big 3 out there. It's going to be Ganau to the face-off, but he will lose that one to Shargorodsky as it's top line on top line once again here in a critical moment of the hockey game. Up ice comes Wolfenberg. Wolfenberg hits the brakes in the corner, trying to shake the pressure off, gets it over to Shargorodsky. He'll work it up top. There's a shot. Rebound in front of the goal is going to be collected by the Chargers and cleared up to the top of the zone for Braun. Braun has no support, will just bounce this one on net. It goes just wide. He's quickly on it himself, though, as now he gets some reinforcements. Wolf on the far wall, doing battle with Bergeron, comes up to the point. From Baldwin, there's the shot that it's deflected off Shargorodsky. He'll bump White off the play. Collected by Wolf. Put out in front. High slot. Baldwin's shot is deflected up, still in the air. Glove down, and now into the corner with it. And playing it around was going to be Fussai with Bergeron. We're inside 2.5 to go. Onto the stick now of Fussai. He'll back this one up a little bit as his line mates complete a change. He'll get the pass over to his teammate Burrows. Burrows now with Fussai alongside. That shot winds up down low. Baldwin on it. He'll backhand it up the wall to Shearer. Shearer skates this one on his own for now. Gains center and chips it in. 2-minute warning in effect here. You got to think Carroll's going to have the big guys jumping back over the bench, and they do. Genau looking to get in on the forecheck here. Dodging the pressure was Roberts. Cup knocks it back towards Genau. Genau with it. Trying to get around one, looking for support at the blue line and has it. Baldwin's shot deflected off the back of the skate of Cup. Cup, who's got the second goal in this game for the Chargers. Genau, fans on that one trying to dump it back in, and that does not hit the safety netting. It stays in play. Here's Burrows to the near corner. Inside of a minute and a half to go. Near side wall, controlled by Culver. Comes out of the zone, and in the neutral ice, Dupuis will send it back in. Off of the shin pad and offside as it's touched up by Douglas Clark. With 1:15 to go, we'll see if we get a timeout coming here. I would expect that someone will take one, and they do. It will be Carroll, so we'll use one as well. 1:15 to go. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the 4A state championship game on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
White Shoes Kelly Chevrolet. We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle.
All right, welcome back. 1:15 to go. Coming out of the timeout, face-off right in front of the Charger bench, and they're going to change centers. Genau thrown out, so it will be Dylan Braun to take it. And the Chargers send that promptly out of play, so we should get a face-off again in the exact same spot, just with 6 fewer seconds on the clock.
Some kind of discussion going on there.
Yeah, I think Culver might be wanting to say that they played that out from inside the Carroll zone. The face-off should be down there by Van Antwerp. They will not win that argument, though, if that's what they were looking for. And the face-off is going to be controlled by Culver. They gain the zone. It's going to be Jessen with it near wall. Down low for Shargorodsky. Shargorodsky centered out in front, but unable to pull the trigger was Wolfenberg. Comes back around to him now. Wolfenberg with it. Rips it right off of a Carroll defender in front. I think that was Genau. Loose, bouncing puck. Wolfenberg had it for a moment, and fanning on it, getting it around the wall was Genau. Finds some time, and he's just going to launch this one out of the zone. Now with Cup coming the other way, he's got Braun with him. And Carroll makes something happen here in the closing moments of the game. Here's Braun with the shot, looking for the 5-hole. Getting denied, spinning it out in front, comes to the point. There's the shot from Pedersen that's deflected. Cup with it, up high, long-range shot. Hunting for the rebound was Braun, but nothing available. White with it, down to 15 seconds now. White with it in the corner. He'll give it over. It's onto the stick of Bergeron. Culver needs to work quickly if they want to win this in regulation. No icing called. And that is going to do it for regulation.
Oh, my.
Oh, my goodness, Eric. Do we have one on our hands here tonight? I tell you what, it's a good thing I looked in the program beforehand to see what exactly the format is.
I was going to ask you.
Yep, I am aware. I was not, but I was like, you know what? I should probably see if this is in here. So, overtime for the championship game will be a 5-minute, 4-on-4 sudden death overtime period that will begin after a 2-minute rest period. Teams will defend the same end as in the third period, so Carroll will keep coming towards us. Culver will be going left to right on your screen. Obviously, penalties will carry over. If we don't have any winner after the 5-minute, 4-on-4, we will continue playing 10 minutes, 3-on-3 until we have a winner.
Oh, this is exciting.
This is exciting, Eric. I truly have no idea what's about to happen here. No idea, and sometimes that scares me, but it makes me feel alive.
I love it.
Gosh, it does not get any better than this. I tell you what, Eric, I mean, It already wasn't getting any better than this for Indiana high school hockey, but to
now
go to
it got a little
overtime
bit
as
better.
well, it did. It did. I mean, this is what it's all about right here. Now, these two teams went to double overtime when they met in the state championship game a couple of seasons ago. It was Culver that came out on top. That time, it was a 2-1 win. And if I was smart, I wrote down who scored the game winner in that game, but I do not think that I was smart. I'm looking, and I do not think I was smart enough. I'm going to have to shame myself a little bit for that one, but it's okay. I do know that player is no longer on the team, though. 5 minutes for all the marbles. The big trophy awaits as we are back underway. Next goal wins.
What a day it's been at the Ice House, all leading up to this.
What a day, Eric. If there's anything that'll give you that last burst of energy you need to get through your long day here, it's got to be this. Here we go with Dupuis. Finds Shargorodsky. Thought he might have some room to work with there, but Carroll quickly collapsing on him, and then it cleared down the ice by Ganau. Now again with Dupuis. He'll go to Shargorodsky. He's going to be getting lots of touches here in this overtime period. There's his shot. It goes wide. They'll carry him around to Dupuis. Cycling for Shargorodsky. Watch this player coming through the middle. It's Wolfenberg, but Shargorodsky pinned to the wall there. Still with it. He'll give it away to Dupuis. Comes back across now for Roberts towards the net, and not getting the redirect in time was going to be Wolfenberg. Dupuis looking for an option. Everyone else was on the other side of the ice. Now Shargorodsky comes over for some assistance. Shargorodsky will inadvertently send it all the way down the ice. And for Carroll, that will be a welcome opportunity to get out of their defensive zone. Here's Bergeron. Passes across to Wolfenberg, who stays out. And then bad bounce out of the Zamboni doors in the corner, but it's still all good. This looks to me like it's Ganau. He'll give it away to the far side for White. White racing up the wall, gets it knocked away from him. Still in pursuit of this one, though, as he goes down to the ice. Controlled by Gonzalez. He'll skate this forward for Culver. Gaining center, he'll just dump this one around. We'll rim around to the near side for Baldwin. And he's able to get it out of the zone off the hand of Shearer. Jessen gets it across for Gonzalez, who gains the line. Gonzalez forced back out by Ganau. Bergeron over to Fiedelkorn. Gonzalez drops back for Bergeron. Culver taking their time here in no rush. In overtime like this, it's all about just controlling the puck. Puck management is the name of the game at this point, and Culver has been doing that pretty well so far. And now here we go, stretch pass up ice. It's going to be with Jessen. His shot is off of the shoulder padding of Van Antwerp. Now here come the Chargers. It's Braun and Cup. Cup to the outside. Cup hangs on, wrap around, and it's denied at the last moment by Mattingly. Two minutes to go already in this overtime period. 3 minutes gone. Remember, if we don't have a winner in the next 2 minutes, it's 10 minutes, 3-on-3, until someone ends it. Cup playing patiently with Pedersen. Back to Cup. Don't want to be hanging out like this for too long. And they do eventually get it off the skate of Braun for Pedersen. And now Pedersen, who wisely did not go into the wall there and cut it on the inside. He did eventually lose control anyways. Shearer is out there, battling away with Wolfenberg. Braun on it, trying to find some room to operate, of which he has not had much of in this game. Dupuis for Wolfenberg to go across. Into the corner, Wolfenberg has Baldwin watching him. Wolfenberg maintaining possession. Referee briefly in the way of that. Around to Baldwin. He rims it up the wall for Braun. Braun, at the end of his shift, makes a sauce pass up for Shearer. Now here's Shearer. Goes into the corner with it. Controlled by Shargorodsky. He brings it ahead, sees Ganau, and will turn this back. Goes across to Roberts, and then again for Shargorodsky, it's off of his skate. Baldwin off of the wall for Ganau. Doesn't get to him, though. Baldwin with it, though, and again makes the play. Cup with 35 to work with. His shot goes wide, comes around to Ganau, one-timer, and it goes high of the mark. Rims around to Carteau. Carteau with the shot that's deflected off. Now, Ganau in a race here. Took some and gave some to Roberts. As now it's Hume for Culver. Hume around one. Into the corner. Stops up but loses the handle on it. Down there is Ganau. Chipped off the wall by Carteau and out of the zone. And that is going to be high sticking, but with 2.3 seconds left, I think it is safe to say that that is probably going to be it for overtime. But this is going to be an offensive zone faceoff for Carroll with 2.3 seconds left. Will they pull the goalie?
I don't think I would.
I would not take that risk. I am with you. I would not. And I think that they are wisely not going to do that either. That would be, regular season game, why not?
Right.
But
like you mentioned, the fewer players that are on the ice, the Carroll probably has more and more of an advantage. So the 3-on-3 might even be better for them.
Yep, well, we're going to find out. The problem for them, they just didn't control the puck much that overtime period. The good news is the dynamics have changed once again. On the other side of this break, it'll be 3-on-3 for 10 minutes. We'll step aside. You're watching the 4A State Championship game on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible.
Now then, if you're going to.
Yeah. And let's take another look at Cup's opportunity here on the wraparound. Probably the best opportunity of that first overtime session. Just interrupted by the pad slightly. And that'll bring us here, Joe.
Yep, double overtime, still no winner. Let's see if we get one this time. Like you said, Eric, 3-on-3, this might favor Carroll a little bit more, but I would think even the 4-on-4 initially would have favored them. But Culver dominated that overtime period, had control of the puck for, I would say, at least 90% of it.
It's kind of a chess match, but I think that at the end of the day, Carroll has more striking power in this situation.
It is. I think they are more able to just strike quickly. Let's see, though, as there's a shot that nearly made us look very silly.
Yep.
It's a good thing that did not work out. Here's Jessen. He'll go across, have it broken up briefly by Braun, but then the shot from Shagorodsky is out of play. The name of the game, this one, is going to be puck possession for sure. If Carroll can win a faceoff and just hold the puck,
right,
then you'd think they'd start feeling good. That's what Culver's pretty much been doing so far in this overtime period. And the overtime in general, I guess I should say, is they've had the puck, they've held it, they've not been afraid to kind of play it patient in the neutral zone. Here you go for Carroll, though. Here's their opportunity with the puck. Let's see what they can make of it, as Shearer is quickly going to have it taken away from him. Down low. Here comes Culver. Not able to get the shot off from right in front of the net. Sent over to Wolfenberg. Wolfenberg, high slot, loads it up off the iron, I think. Spit right back out in front by Hume. Onto the stick now of Cup, settling this down. And now this is a little better of a situation for the Chargers than when they had it previously. Here's Cup, patient with it. Pedersen on the ice, as is Shearer. Cup will hop off now, and on will come Braun. Pedersen, though, wants to finish it. Rebound, but nobody home. Now here you go for Carroll. This is exactly who you want having the puck in this situation. If you let Braun get the motor going, this is going to be dangerous. Culver, though, 3 out there. Braun really not with much support, takes the shot off the side of the net. Overskates it and can't glove it himself. Now Ganau will force the play from Bergeron out from behind the goal. Slowed down here by Wolfenberg. He'll give it to Dupuis. Dupuis up to Bergeron. Loose at the blue line, taken away now by Braun. Braun cutting through a couple of white jerseys. That predictably does not go well. Now here comes Dupuis the other way. 3-on-2 for Culver as Braun tracks back. Here we go. Culver with the shot, and that coming from Dupuis. On the stick now of Bergeron towards the middle, looking for the redirect for Feeblecorn. Didn't get it though. Dupuis with it, circling around behind the Charger net, and sent back out to the top of the zone by Bergeron, and he'll take this for a little bit of a skate. Culver loving the slower pace, loving dictating the pace on their terms. Here's Bergeron, forced wide by Cup. Now there's the help from Ganau. He'll give it back to Cup. And Carroll will make another stop against Culver. 3 minutes gone here, nearly, in this second overtime period. Here's Shearer, high slot, trying to collect this pass. Has Shargorodsky all over him. Needs to make a smart play here. It will come out of the zone to White, but that's okay. Now White coming into the zone with some speed, losing it briefly. Still trying to be in pursuit of this one. And Shargorodsky knocks it around. Gonzalez to Bergeron. Now Gonzalez again. As Culver looks to set something up. Gonzalez in no rush. Gonzalez has the stretch pass. It's just a little bit off the target to Wolfenberg and able to be broken up. Comes back to Gonzalez, and they'll start this play again from his own goal line. Stretch pass. This time it's on the money to Wolfenberg. Backhands this around. Pettersson there for the Chargers. Pettersson, look who's free, and he can't get it to him. Probably a little bit wisely there, not wanting to turn it over in a bad spot as Braun was up in the neutral zone with nobody around him. Shargorodsky backhands it around to Wolfenberg. Passed over to Gonzalez, still out there. Hurried up here by Ganau, though. Shargorodsky over to Wolfenberg. All on his own here is going to be Wolfenberg. Tries to make a move. It'll roll on to Van Antwerp, who will guide it to the corner. Now it's Pettersson. Carries this himself. Has some help with Ganau. Pettersson with it, though. Still has it, driving towards the goal. Pettersson off the side of the net. Ganau up high. Dylan Braun for the game, and it's just off the target.
What an opportunity. Joe, is this the first stoppage in the second overtime period?
I think it might be, Eric, but what an opportunity is right. Oh, my goodness. Dylan Braun right there in prime position. I'm sure that is one he thinks he's going to score every time in a moment like this. But a huge save.
Eyes light up through the camera.
Oh, my goodness. They probably burned a hole in the back of his helmet. They lit up that much. I mean, honestly, we probably got it on the camera. 5:28, offensive zone draw for Carroll. This has got to be the first one for them of overtime, as we, of course, get the customary whistle. I tell you what, this linesman every single time has to wait until right before the puck drops. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. No change going to be allowed here for Culver. And now we're ready to go again. That time we get it off with no problems. It's going to be controlled off the faceoff by Murashige. He'll get it ahead to Jessen. Now far side is going to be Murashige again. Faces up with Pettersson. Murashige out to the point for Schumacher. Jessen trying to find himself some room to work with. Gets it up to Schumacher, feigning on the pass, and unable to poke it free with Shearer. Jessen in the corner with it. Comes out to the top of the zone for Schumacher, but it slides under his stick and comes all the way back down into the Culver zone. Across the line. Schumacher's shot is a quick one, but with the reaction on it was Van Antwerp. That's blocked up and out of play. 4:37 now as we're halfway through our second overtime.
And these would continue. 10 minutes, 3-on-3 consecutively until
correct.
Someone meets their demise.
Yep. We'll just keep on doing this until we've got a winner. How long that will be, based on how it's been going so far, I got to say it could be a while. So we'll see. We might still need to settle in, maybe get a fresh, bag of popcorn and go from there. Here comes Ganau, though. He wants to make me look stupid. Here's his shot, and it's turned aside by Mattingly. Ganau tied up here by Bergeron, who doesn't get any support but doesn't need any support. Now he'll take this one away himself. Bergeron will gain the line, and then he'll just leave it for his pal Roberts. As it comes back around to Bergeron. His shot off the wall is sticked out of play by Van Antwerp. 4 minutes even now on the game clock.
Yeah, Van Antwerp doing a pretty good job of getting those rebounds out of play and giving up really no opportunities with second chances.
Yeah, Van Antwerp been tested here in this, overtime. As still, Culver dominating the puck possession. Not as much as they did in the first overtime, but still, by and large, in control of the game. Goes across to Shargorodsky. Back to Wolfenberg. Wolfenberg will make the pass over to Gonzalez. Wolfenberg again, and then Shargorodsky. Wolfenberg in the circle. Has it knocked away from it. Cup with it. Will circle back and hope to make some progress now. Goes around Wolfenberg. And now here comes Finn Cup on the rush. Cup one-on-one and loses it in the skates of Shargorodsky. And now, settling things down is going to be Wolfenberg. He'll get it ahead for Gonzalez as things quiet back down. And offside for Shargorodsky, who would have been in with a great opportunity down that left side.
Yeah, certainly not where you want to go offsides or when. But it worked out in Carroll's favor.
Yeah, suboptimal timing there for Shargorodsky, but the Chargers no doubt will take that, and it'll even be a center ice face-off for them. They've got Ganau and Braun out there with Pedersen, and taking the face-off for Culver will be Jessen. Off the stick of Schumacher, it comes back to Murashige. Jessen, cross-ice feed for Schumacher. Schumacher looking to the back door, but with his stick in the lane was Braun.
Excellent defensive effort for a player who is most known for his offensive prowess.
Absolutely. Right on the spot there, Eric. Right on the spot. Braun stick in the lane. Could have been a tremendous scoring opportunity there. Game-winning scoring opportunity there for Culver, but that one negated. Inside of 3 minutes here in this second overtime period. The winner has supremacy over Indiana hockey this season. Here's Dylan Braun, what he's been waiting for all night. Braun to the net and sends it just wide. Ganau, though, back to the skate of Braun. Braun will settle this down, just take it for a skate after he was unable to finish it off there. Gets it right back, though, barely onside. Still is, though. Braun into the middle. Ganau was in the area as Braun takes the spill. Now it's going to be with Jessen. Wolfenberg over for Bayshede. Bayshede to the right side. His shot is off the shoulder of Van Antwerp, who will go ahead and cover that one up with 1:58 to go in double overtime. Shots on goal right now, 36 Culver, 35 for Carroll. Doesn't get any closer than it's been here today. The two best teams, without a doubt, in the state of Indiana this year. And I don't think you could ask for any better of a hockey game than what we've had. Maybe a few fewer penalties in the second period, Eric. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. Beggars can't be choosers.
Comes with the territory.
Exactly. Now here comes Cup. Cup cutting into the high slot. Still with it. Going to slow this one down. Didn't like what he saw. And will retreat to his own zone. Cup still with it. Now he'll get it over to the far side for Shearer. Comes over to White. And now he'll go on the attack. White in the corner. Tried to put it in front. Loose puck to the far side. Ganau on the scene. Ganau goes for a little skate. Had Shargorodsky hounding him. So good quick pass over to White, who is going to be back in possession again here. Sends it to the far side for Braun. Braun cutting in, shooting, but having it immediately deflected away. Now with an opportunity of his own is going to be Baysheed. Baysheed holds it, shoots it all the way up and into the netting. Got to say, overtime is played out so differently than the regulation period has, just based on the open ice, just so much less physicality. That's an element of the game that has almost entirely disappeared here.
That's the nature of the 3-on-3, Joe.
Absolutely, open ice. Here we go, down low, it's going to be Beckwith to the back door, and nearly a winner for Will Dupuis. Up the wall, controlled again by the Chargers and Braun. He drops it back for Pedersen. Pedersen going to navigate this one himself for the time being. Pedersen stops up, looks for help, has it in Braun, but it's off the mark, and this play will come back out to the neutral zone. Braun bumped off there by Dupuis. Still on it, though. Here's Braun across the line, has cup for help, doesn't use it, and puts it into the glove of Mattingly.
Dylan Braun finally getting some time and space in these overtime sessions, and he has had a plethora of scoring opportunities because of it.
Yeah, finally seems like it might be starting to come to him a little bit here, and this is a great time for it if you're a Carroll fan. Off the draw, tied up, Shearer down to the ice. It's underneath of him and still there, and eventually it will be collected by a Culver player and brought ahead by Schumacher. Schumacher will try and dump it in, but rips it directly into a Carroll player, and that will be it for double overtime. So on to another one we go. We'll go ahead and take a short break, as I imagine they're going to want to keep turning these pretty quick. You're watching the 4A State Championship game on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape, and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
And welcome back to the Ice House. We are still knotted up at 2 after second overtime. And it turns out we are actually going to do an ice cut here. So we got a little bit of a longer break than expected. Oh no. Story of the overtime. Dylan Braun with time and space. Opportunity there. Gets out ahead of the defense. Unable to finish. That would have ended the game if he did. So play goes on. Oh my gosh. And we will be right back with overtime number 3 after this.
In soccer since I was 5 years old. Started with Upward and then started with the Leo middle school teams, and then started playing high school and decided that soccer was my sport. I further wanted to play travel, and I decided to play with Sport Club. College soccer has been a dream for me since freshman and sophomore year of high school. I went to the Manchester University ID camp, and I really liked it. Their team is very young. They have a lot to look forward to. You're big on family, and that's what I really like. The last couple months have been very critical, battling through both my surgery and my other injury. I've worked with Mike at Parkview Athletic Rehab to strengthen my knee. The EDGE program makes me better as a soccer player because soccer comes with strength and with the agility, change of direction. I've become a faster runner. Tiffany has helped me become a better person in general. She's helped me throughout my injuries, and she's one of my #1 supporters. PSM has been very beneficial with making sure I'm still healthy and becoming more healthy, and that made me drive to be better at soccer. I'm very happy from where I came.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Emerson Weaver from Leo High School and Empowered Volleyball Academy. I first picked up a volleyball, I was probably like 8. I started playing club because my best friend did it, especially going into my late middle school years. I started training hard, and now I'm playing high school and I love it, and I'm playing beach and I love it, and it's amazing because I get the best of both worlds. For the past 2 years, I really focused on beach, and that's really where I kind of want to go with my future. At Empowered, we've done specific sports performance training with PSM, and it's really just helped us grow as athletes. I notice it, I'm jumping higher, I'm running faster. It's just really helped me overall. It's insane how much of a better athlete I've become, being able to lift and do all those different movements, and I can really just notice it as a club. It's truly helping us all the way around as volleyball players. It's just been super beneficial.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
PSM is not just for me, it's for all athletes in the city because I'm not the only person in the city that's playing different sports. There's people that play golf, lacrosse, every type of sport in there. I like how it's just personalized. So like your sport, over the winter and most of the summer, I think I've focused on putting on weight, putting on more muscle. That'll help in all aspects of football, being able to defeat blocks, tackle, and prevent injuries more. I'm way stronger in other mental aspects of the game, my approach at the plate, how to play different hitters and all that type of stuff that goes into the game. But once August came around, then it was full football mode. It was kind of cool to get that first football offer, and it also shows people around the area that I'm something other than just a baseball player.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
From day one, it was basically the sport for me, and I knew that. I grew up on a golf course. A lot of my family's played golf, and then there's been a lot of college golfers I played with, and I've always wanted to be like them. College golf's always been a goal, and I'm excited that I'm going to get that chance. I ended up choosing Franklin. I really like it there. Really young program. Great school as well. I just enjoyed it there and definitely excited for the 4 years. I started Edge 2 years ago, and that's where I've noticed my biggest improvements. It's coming in here, getting speed, agility, as well as rotation and everything. It all translates to the golf game. Becoming stronger, gain some club speed, be able to hit it farther. You have to put in the work. Also, the mental game's a big thing, and Tiffany and I work on that a ton, and I think she's probably one of the biggest reasons why I am where I am. That's a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff that you really don't think about that really translates to the golf game.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Why choose Kelly Chevrolet? We offer a wide selection of new and used inventory with a team that guides you to your perfect fit. Our certified pre-owned options ensure peace of mind with warranties and rigorous inspections. Competitive pricing, flexible financing, and convenient trade and services, making your dream Chevrolet a reality. Trust our experienced service team to keep your vehicle in top shape and enjoy free car washes as long as you own your vehicle.
Preparing for takeoff with the Fort Wayne Spacemen. They're going to make the national playoffs for a second straight season.
Here comes Lacey into the zone here with a shot. Goal! Yes! Scores! Chase Lacey and the Spacemen are going to national!
And our mindset as a coaching staff and as a team is to try to find a way to get better every day. One of our core rules is, be a good citizen, be a good teammate, be a good role model. A player, we had 2 years ago, Derek Louise-Jean, just made an all-star game in the ECHL. He came in here as a young man, as a 20-year-old, and probably more skilled than a lot of the other players in this league.
Here comes Derek over the line. Derek shoots. He scores! Derek Louis.
I think one of the special things about Fort Wayne is we're surrounded with great resources. The rink owns the team, so ice time is never an issue. We've got PSM across the street where our players can work out. We've got an athletic trainer that's there with us for most of the games on the road, all the games at home. Comet's skating coach, who's on the ice with us first practice every week to work on.
Back. All right, welcome back inside the Parkview Sports Medicine Ice House. Triple overtime here for the 4A state championship. Carroll, Culver tied up at 2 apiece. And Eric, Culver really has controlled the puck for the most of the overtime periods. But I would say Carroll honestly has probably had the better opportunities. It's just they just haven't had the puck as much.
And that's what I mean when I talk about striking power. They're not in possession of the puck, but when they get it, they're going for it.
Exactly. So we'll see how this one plays out. I'd imagine it's going to play out just like the other overtime periods have. Very slow, very controlled. Unfortunately, that's kind of what the name of the game between in 3-on-3 overtime has become. But we'll see. So, fresh 10 on the board. Let's see if we get a winner this time around. Triple overtime, and we are back underway. And off the draw, Pedersen will put it off the wall for Braun. Now, you might notice that they did not actually full Zamboni the ice. They only did a dry, drag of the ice. So not a full Zamboni cut here. As that shot is turned away by Mattingly. Both teams still attacking the same side of the ice. As here comes Shargorodsky up the far side. Has Ganau facing him. Goes all the way around behind the goal. And Ganau trying to knock this ahead. 2-on-1 with Braun. Here is Ganau. Has the shot, takes it, and the rebound is off to the far side. Now in the other direction, it's a 2-on-1 for Culver. Down the far side, Shargorodsky in the middle, but it bounces over his stick on the pass coming from Wolfenberg. Stripped away by Ganau. Braun up ahead, all alone. Dylan Braun stumbles and can't finish it off. My goodness.
Gotta wonder if the ice was a factor there.
My Lord. And then sliding into the net and knocking it off was Shargorodsky, and he is in some discomfort. It looks like he's got an arm problem, but my goodness, Eric.
Take another look. He was way behind the defense. All alone, had like 3 steps, and he used them stumbling.
My goodness, that is crushing if you are a Charger fan. I mean, that is exactly what you're looking for. You couldn't ask for anything more than Dylan Braun on a breakaway to win the hockey game, and just unfortunate. Stumbles over it and just allows Shargorodsky to lock down his stick. He can't get the shot off, so we play on, but by far that would have to be the best opportunity of overtime so far, except for the fact he just really didn't get the opportunity off. Now here we go, as controlling off of the faceoff will be Schumacher and Culver. Far side, Murashige back over to Schumacher. They'll slowly and casually take it across the line. Murashige down into the corner for Jessen. Jessen looks up top. Schumacher with it. And then again for Jessen. Jessen with the shot and snagged in the glove of Van Antwerp. Carroll looking to finish off what would be a 39-1-3 season should they win. Culver looking to add win number 28 and take home a little hardware in the process. The Chargers taking their time bringing this up ice. It's going to be Shearer with it. Loses control of it, but is right back on the play until he's separated from it by the body of Murashige.
Maybe would have been better off giving up the offensive zone in that situation.
Yeah, maybe just hanging on to possession a little bit longer there, as that's what Culver has been so good at doing here, and they do it again. Jessen will make the pass over to Bergeron, who's been a stud in this game. Bergeron will slowly roll that one on net, and then there's no help for Shearer, so he'll just drop this back to Pedersen. As back onto the ice comes Braun and Ganau. Braun with it, nearly taken down to the ice. Here's Ganau. Ganau looking to the back door for Braun, but can't get it to him. Carroll definitely seems much more occupied with going for their opportunities when they have the puck, as opposed to the approach from Culver, which is maintain possession and just let things open up for you, as they do right here. Here we go. Off the shot, rebound is loose and just stays out of the net for Feeblecorn. That one kept out by the toe of Van Antwerp right at the post. Now Carroll back on it though. Here comes Pedersen driving down the wing. His shot in the 5-hole, loose in the crease. Nobody there, cleared down, and this will be icing on the Eagles.
And we'll take another look at that opportunity from Culver. Puck was rolling up and down Van Antwerp's shoulders, it looked like. But he manages, and play goes on.
And managing it is all that counts in a situation like this. No pictures on the scoreboard, Eric. Let's see. Here we go. Shearer with the ozone faceoff. He will lose this one, and it will be controlled by Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the head of steam here. Brings this play across the line. Fans on the shot into the corner for Shargorodsky, who obviously in a game of this magnitude is going to shake off whatever stinger he might have got from sliding into the net there. Now here you go for White. He's in pursuit of this one, but bearing down on him is Gonzalez, and he'll separate him from the puck, which will allow it to be controlled by Wolfenberg. He'll make the pass up to Shargorodsky. Shargorodsky with it. His shot is stopped by Van Antwerp. Rebound collected by Cup. and he will reverse for Colson White. White trying to force that pass a little bit, but it ends up working out. Cup is there, and he's just going to go skate this one back and take a moment. Now here we go. He'll leave it for Braun. Braun will bring this ahead. Looking for some support. Doesn't have it at the moment, but now is onto the ice. Braun takes that away. Up top for Pedersen. Pedersen's shot goes just wide. And I think about 75% of this building thought that was going in. Hard to tell from our angle just how wide that was. The camera would have had a great look at it. And now it is in the control yet again of Preston Jessen. Has 1 goal tonight. Moves it to the outside for Schumacher, then back. Looking give and go with Schumacher, but didn't get it. Top of the zone for Murashige. Murashige again, but mishandles it, and we'll have to back this play up. Schumacher. Now for Dupuis. Dupuis will take this around Braun. And now across the line. Makes the pass over to Jessen. Jessen for Schumacher. There's the shot, and it's blocked by Genau. Now here comes Braun. Is it going to be a redemption for the championship? No, turned away again. Mattingly coming up big in the critical moments time after time. At some point, you might just start thinking, maybe it's going to be Culver's night here. Mattingly has stopped everything that Carroll has thrown his way here in overtime and has done so with authority. Bayshede now up high. That pass deflected. In pursuit of it now. No, Mattingly! Oh my goodness! Finn Cup right in front! The Chargers win! It's the legacy etched in gold!
Speechless.
There are no words to describe what just transpired. Elation at one end, but you're about to see at the other end. Devastation for Culver. You can't help but feel bad here for Mattingly. Had done so well, and then for it to end that way is just crushing.
Oh, wow.
You just hate seeing something end that way.
Oh, man. I mean, speechless.
Yeah, my goodness. Adley Shearer, the game winner. The pressure from Cup. Mattingly stumbles trying to track back when he realizes he's not going to win that race. And then Shearer is just there with the open net. And what a moment for the Chargers. But you just have to feel for Mattingly and how that one ended. But for the Chargers, what an incredible moment, Eric. I mean, this is the completion of a 4-year journey for this team. When these players were freshmen, they win the 2A state championship. The following season, they go 16-1 in Fort Wayne play, losing only the city championship game. They lose in double overtime to this same Culver team in the 4A state championship. Last season, they go 17-0 in Fort Wayne, get to the Final Four of the state tournament, and then this season, they will win 39 games with 1 loss and 3 ties, winning the Fort Wayne regular season championship, the postseason championship, and the big one, the 4A state championship. And Carroll are the kings of Indiana hockey.
Incredible.
Signing off with a perfect finish as far as they're concerned. This senior class that has accomplished so much, going out at the very top of the mountain. And I think fittingly, although he didn't finish it off tonight, but leading the line for this Charger team is Dylan Braun, who, my goodness, had numerous opportunities to finish this game but just fell short. But ultimately got the win, and that's all they care about. Now they'll go celebrate with some of the students that didn't quite get the prime real estate down at the far end.
All right. Should be a fun night for everybody involved.
What a hockey game, Eric. What a hockey game.
It's been quite the ride, Joe.
Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. But as we stand here just looking down on the ice, you still see Mattingly consoled by teammates. I mean, the only time he's been off of one knee this entire time since the game ended was for the handshake line. And my heart just breaks for him because he played so well in this game.
I know, that's tough to see.
It is. It is. And Mattingly, a senior on top of it, just heartbreaking. All right, well, so it looks like we're ready for the trophy presentation, Eric. I think that's our cue to be a little bit quiet.
Yep.
feel so bad for that kid. I feel so bad. Oh my God. I mean, there's nothing that you can say that makes you the juice. Oh my God. See what we keep down here. It's going to be one of the...
Well, Eric, it's been a few minutes and I still don't have the words, but what an evening it has been. And what a game that just was. And the Chargers, 4A state champions.
What a season.
What a season.
I guess that's all of it. There you have it. Your Carroll Chargers, 4A Indiana state champions.
Yep. Gosh, I feel like there's not anything else to say that hasn't already been said. So, I don't know, Eric. I mean, you've kind of been in control here, so I'll let you kind of close the thing down. I don't know what your process is here, but I'll go ahead and sign her off.
It's been a long day leading up to this, and what a finale it has been. Once again, I'm Eric Hosmer, accompanied by Joe Hacker and
Brenna Spoler. I got you.
Brenna Spoler on camera.
The closer.
From all of us here at the Ice House, enjoy the remainder of your night. This has all been brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.